Good morning, everyone. I missed a day yesterday, but had such a great day. Okay, all right, so where are we going first? I saw a couple of videos this morning where right away I have to say, that's the most absolute fabulous video I've seen in a long time. One of them was, I guess it was Christmas time, and Mama sits there for children and grandchildren, and she gets a book of Paris. Oh, she says, I love that. You guys know how much I love Paris. And inside, she finds a ticket to Paris, not just for herself, but for, I think, two of her best friends as well, or maybe a sister and a friend. They didn't say, but there was two more people. And one of her sons paid for the return tickets to Paris for them for 10 days. And it was like, she was just, and oh my gosh, I just cried right with her. It's just, yeah, when your children know you that well, and then they went, I'm sure, I mean, I don't know how much, they didn't look like these were rich people, and no doubt that she had this desire to go to Paris, right? Loved Paris, but never did, has never done so yet. Most likely because everything she has, this snatch, she needs to be there, first for the family, and then there's, I'm sure, always other things that are coming up that need the money more than to go to Paris, right? So you always hold back, right? Often. That's a very unselfish lady, right? Yes, yeah. Unselfish mom, grandma, wife, yes. And here, one of her sons says, yeah, I know what mom needs. Uh, I know what she desires so much. And a positive, that's a positive thing. There's nothing wrong to travel. And there you go. It's just an absolutely beautiful video. It's so genuine, so just, oh my gosh. And then the other one I saw was just a post with it looked like a broken cup, or a little pot or something, and it was put back together. I'm looking at the first broken cup, then I'm looking at the next picture where it's put back together again, right? Not fixed with glue or anything, but one shard was used to, how do you say, section off part of the cup and then filled with dirt and a plant, and the rest of it was the other shards were like little steps made, and then little white stones, and another little plant looked like a an alloy. And it's like, oh my gosh, this looks better than it was actually when it was, you know, all fine and together. And then it broke, and then it was made into something even more beautiful, right? Reused again and made into, oh, wow. And it said, even if it's broken, you can rebuild yourself again. Oh, I had to share it on my Facebook page. Anyway, so beautiful. I just kept looking at it. I'm going, oh, how beautiful. This is such a simple, beautiful way to teach people. Don't give up with whatever is left over. Make it into something even more beautiful. Right? Yes? Is it something in your life? Is it you yourself? Right? Yes. We're co creators with God when it comes down to it. We really are, right? In so many different ways. Anyway, okay. Uh-huh. We have the capabilities. All right. Yeah, of course, I love that post as well. So two in one morning, right? I can go through days and days and go, oh, God, dear me, there's nothing, absolutely nothing I want to see, except from my friends, who share things to stuff. But these absolute beautiful, wonderful posts, where I'm a part of that. That's what I want to be a part of, right? Yes? Anywho, two in one morning already. A great day. All right, all right. Oh, and then yesterday I forgot to tell you. Maybe I'll tell you that afterwards because let's keep going. Otherwise, I'll be talking here for an hour. I could easily do that. That's no problem. Okay, we're in Exodus 17. The water from the rock. All right, so again, I guess I don't remember. Or this is just expanded here. I'm not sure. I have never read this Bible from front to back before, always the other ones, and then in German as well. So there may be some things just differently translated, but the water from the rock, I thought they already had found a spring, that bitter spring, and then they put an herb in, right? Yes. God showed Moses, just put this in there. It'll make it more tasty, right? There are herbs, actually. Okay. Or a piece of wood. Yeah, I don't know what kind of wood. It was a wood, not a herb. Yeah. But there is sweet wood out there. Okay. I don't know, right? I'm just saying, right? Just with the mandrake when Rebecca finally got pregnant, right? Yeah. And so I thought they already found the spring, but I guess they didn't stay there. So they keep, okay, all right. I don't know. I get two things, two stories going, or is it the same one? I don't know. The water from the rock. The whole community of Israelites left the desert of sin. Oh, yep, okay, all right, got it. Next. Traveling by stages as Yahweh ordered. Traveling by stages. Oh. They pitched camp at Rephidim, where there was no water for the people to drink. The people took issue with Moses for this and said, see, again, in the way this is always presented, did the people really give Moses and Aaron such problems? Hey, or God's been helping us so much, and we're kind of lacking water. What do you think? How about we pray for it? We thank God for the journey, and then see if he can produce some water for us. It always seems to be in this offending way, right? That the people of Israel were accosting Moses and Aaron and God, right? It seems like every time that way. Was it really that way? Or by now have the people kind of realized? Right? Again, why is it always written down like this? Were the Israelites really that? Were they? I don't know. Maybe people from Israel who are Israelites, and maybe they have a little greater insight into their own people. Were they that complaining? Were they? I don't know. Right? Be kind of nice to know. Maybe I've already had this. I couldn't find the bread, by the way. I could not find it. There's all kinds of other stuff that I know about already, but I couldn't find that bread. So I have a friend who is Jewish. And I have an easy way to get in contact with him. And maybe he knows people that he can get in contact with. I'm going to see, right, if I can find out what that bread was and get the recipe for it. Ooh. Give us water to drink. See, demand. Moses replied, why take issue with me? Why do you put Yahweh to the test? But tormented by thirst, the people complained to Moses. Why did you bring us out of Egypt? Again, here we go. They said, only to make us, our children, and our livestock die of thirst? Moses, they're sure easy to talk about dying, aren't they? Huh? Moses appealed to Yahweh for help. And here goes Moses and appeals. How am I to deal with this people? He said. Any moment now they will stone me. And here again, it sounds like Moses didn't. Dearest Father in heaven, Yahweh, God, your people are thirsty. Please, would you help us? Right? It's that reproach. I wouldn't talk to God that way. I've talked to God and I said, man, I just don't get it. Why does it have to be that way? Can't you do something? I think it's time to do something. But always right away I would pull back and go, I know, I understand. I understand that though we are your children, we have to learn. We got to know how to stand on our own feet on earth as well. Well, anyway. Yahweh then said to Moses, go on ahead of the people, taking some of the elders of Israel with you. In your hand take the staff with which you struck the river, and go. I shall be waiting for you there on the rock at Horeb. Strike the rock, and water will come out for the people to drink. This was what Moses did with the elders of Israel looking on. He gave the place the names Massah and Meribah because of the Israelites' contentiousness, and because they put Yahweh to the test by saying, is Yahweh with us or not? Okay, gosh, seems like whatever these names mean on all these places are all places. Okay, Daniela, stop. I know. Just, yeah. A battle against the Amalekites. The Amalekites then came and attacked Israel at Rephidim. Moses said to Joshua, pick some men and tomorrow morning go out and engage Amalek. I, for my part, shall take my stand on the hilltop with the staff of God in my hand. Joshua did as Moses had told him and went out to engage Amalek, while Moses, Aaron, and Hur went up to the top of the hill. As long as Moses kept his arms raised, Israel had the advantage. When he let his arms fall, the advantage went to Amalek. But Moses' arms grew heavy, so they took a stone and put it under him, and on this he sat, with Aaron and Hur supporting his arms on each side. Oh, interesting. Now they got to this place. Was that the Amalek's place? It seems like they just went and engaged in already fighting against each other. There was no communication going on. It's right away was okay. And I don't know. Is this just the way people work? I mean, either side didn't. Okay, whatever. Ugh, no communication going on. Yeah, people just, as I said, the Israelites already they're so discontent about everything. No wonder. All right. Thus, his arms remained unwavering till sunset. And Joshua defeated Amalek, putting their people to the sword. Yahweh then said to Moses, write this down in a book to commemorate it, and repeat it over to Joshua, for I shall blot out all memory of Amalek under heaven. Moses then built an altar and named it Yahweh Nissi, meaning lay hold of Yahweh's banner. Yahweh will be at war with Amalek generation after generation. Doesn't make sense to me. Why would he? That doesn't make sense. Again, it's got to be a guy thing. I have no idea. Doesn't mean anything to me. Also, interesting on how when it comes just to regular survival, right? Okay, that's not possible. God always has to step in. But then when it comes to fighting, right? Yes, and holding them arms up. Okay, now if you let them go down, right? That's no problem. And they find a solution on how to keep Moses' arms up, right? So they're not losing their advantage. No problem there. That's just what I'm noticing. I'm just saying. Oh, that's it. I don't know. No idea. It's almost as if this last part here in 17 is that if you stay steadfast, right, in certain things, then God can stay by your side. Yeah. Is this again a story that I'm taking over? They were most likely. I don't know if they were fighting against other people or not. But again, what certain other parts in the story that are in there. Moses had to go up on that hill. He took two people with him, right? And he held as long as he held his arms up, right? No, did God tell him to do that? I guess he just did. Maybe that was left out. Not sure. Is it even a true story? Don't know. Okay. From what I can tell, and then God said, okay, I'm going to swipe the memories of the Amalek. So they won't remember. You're the only ones who will remember. Was that what it was? Was that it? So make sure that you leave some kind of, that this is where you travel through, and yeah, okay, made it through it. Okay, what? One could have a big long conversation about just this passage and what did actually happen there. Right, and then what? Now suddenly, another people, what doesn't mean anything? Not in this world, right? Yes. Now today, in today's world, we're all supposed to be God's children. Everyone. That's, I felt I grew up like this, without anybody telling me that I can't, it doesn't matter how bad it is. I can't take that from someone. That their core, their original mind, their original core, right, is created by God. Done. Right? So there's got to be something good in everyone. And that is what one wants to find in the other person, even if. And yeah, sometimes you have to step away. It's just what it is, too. Right? Yet, if God were to come and says, okay, so which people you want me to get rid of, right? Do exactly what it says there in Exodus 18. Right? I couldn't. I would never. I couldn't. Though I would want to, right? If it were, right? Yeah. I have that desire too. So some people just don't need to be on this earth anymore, right? Yes, yeah, but they exist in every country. Right? I wouldn't just be able to pick one. Oh yeah, get rid of that whole nation or something. Right? I couldn't do that because I know there are a lot of good people there. Just like there are a lot of good people everywhere in the world in different places, right? Yes. So, why would God just swipe the memory of a whole people off the earth? I'm not sure. I don't get it. It doesn't quite make sense to me. All right, still learning. Spiritually still growing. Maybe someday I'll understand what that actually means. But I think, again, it isn't really about the other people. It is about the journey of the Israelites, their own behavior and all that. Yes, I think. All right, so, oh, that's what I'm getting. So, see, now I remember. I wanted to. I have this idea, and again, we started it now, where all of my children really like basil. And if you get out there, and they're all very busy, okay, and they don't need that much basil. Like I use so much basil in everything, and this and that. And so I have these glass bottles. I found some of them. I found these glass bottles, and my husband was here yesterday. Well, he's still here actually, and we watched a video again, and then or remembered how to do it, and we tried it to cut the top off. So then I can use these glass bottles as an indoor pot. Okay. Oh, so we got it all ready. The snap, I did it all together, and it worked really good. Found out that some glass cutters are better than others. They wear out really fast. It seems like. Well, anyway, I have another one. This was given to me. I have another one, but so it worked out all okay, and we did it exactly how the video showed it, and then watching first the hot water over uh, the incision that we made, or the all around. Okay, and then the cold water, and then you could see it actually. You could see on how that line that was made with the glass cutter, on how that procedure, suddenly you could see on how the crack, or the incision, the line of the glass went all the way through the glass, right? Yes, without cracking it otherwise. And then it kept, yep, so until it literally just fell off. And the first one, oh, it came out just perfect. We're looking, going, oh wow, this actually really worked. With it's little danger because it's glass, right? And really, I mean, it was really amazing on how that worked. So now, with some sandpaper, actually, of course not. Uh, Again, some people just take the bottle. Well, I'll show you one. Why not? The good one. I'll show you the good one. Oh, I went too far. There. Here you go. This is a Kraken rum bottle that I saved. It's really good rum. I love rum. I love good rum. Yes. So there it is. Right. Always in something. I can't drink like other people do. That yeah. I have it in my coffee. I put a little over my ice cream. Um, I love it with orange juice. I put it in tea. That's like part of my medicine. See, well, I don't take drugs, so I can't take any other drugs. So no, I don't buy any of this. I have a friend who brings me one of these every time I take care of his dog or something, right? Because he knows I love this rum. See, look, first of all, the picture's really cool too, isn't it? Look at that. Came out perfect. Okay, the rest of them, the other three, didn't come out so good. Well, they're still okay too, right? But this one is the first one, and look, it just broke so evenly, so perfect. Ooh, love it. Now, okay, so the top here, this is pretty sharp still, right? So what? Oh, one could just take a sandpaper and no, don't do that. You'll cut up your hands, okay? So they showed it. You put it upside down on and then have the sandpaper on a piece of wood, kind of tucked in, and then you just do this. And since I'm going to use this again as a planter, right, it doesn't have to be right, that. Anywho, so there it is. That's what we did yesterday, and we got a little frustrated because the other ones, it's okay. As I said, two of them definitely. I think I can use all three of them just fine. They're just a little different shapes. Um, but again, so how did this one come? The first one came out perfect, right? Yeah, okay. And so what are we doing wrong now? Yeah. And I thought, again, this is exactly. I said, so the first one came out just great. So it works, right? Then with the other ones, and in the video it said, sometimes and it's just like baking bread, okay, or making a new dish, and um, as you go, right, you get better. And so this one is almost it's like this encouragement. I said, well, it really works, right? But the other one somehow we just didn't do something quite right, and it needs to be really right, and you have to kind of get that feeling for it to do it. So nice that we got that first one just perfect. My husband said, "Oh, it's beginner's luck." I'm going, yeah, it's that encouragement, right, to continue doing it, right? And saving glass. Sadly, glass is less and less being recycled, which is an odd one. So, again, now that I figured out, oh, this can be done. I just keep trying it, and make our own glasses and this and that well, anyway, that whole thing in my head now again, and what to do with it all, right? Yes, yeah. Well, that's just me, right? And always so proud of when I come up with something again, that I know my children are going to love. It's going to be good for them to, the basil grow out of that, and the children can watch through the cracks, right, to see how the roots are in there. This now, yeah, I'm going to put enough basil in there that you can actually see that, right? Yes. Well, anyway, maybe when it's growing and I'm doing it, then I will show you. Also, the seeds. Well, okay, I'm not making this any longer. The seeds and the little bottles are coming through, and I found something else about garlic. I didn't plant my garlic uh, because because I only have limited space this year. Well, I have limited space that I'm going to be planting in, and I wanted just certain things, and then I saw something. Okay, I'll tell you about that another time. Yesterday, I came across a video for how to grow the long beans, and I'm looking at this. I'm going, oh, I already have everything for that. I have everything, and it's going to leave me more room out there for other things to grow. And so I'm growing the garlic anyway. And I watched another video on that, on how to pre-grow the garlic and then plant it, and it'll be perfect for now. Garlic's really hardy through winter, frost, snow, blah, 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 anything. So that's what I'm doing, but I'm just starting it. So if it works out, I'll show you. Anyway, okay, that's it. Done. Did I circle that? I did. 17. Exodus 17. Interesting story, the whole thing. All right, that's it. That's all I want to share this morning. God's love and blessings always, and I will talk to you another time.